Let's go, Mr. Miles. Time's wasting.
Where's Lucy?
Oh, don't worry. She'll be with us soon enough.
So why are you doing all this, Doc? What are you hoping to accomplish?
You turned the television on lately? Read the newspaper?
Never cared much for that stuff.
Then let me sum it up for you. The world's a mess. It's pathetic, really. You've seen it firsthand yourself. 1,000 years between you and your ancestor, and society remains just as barbaric, just as stupid.
And your point is?
Order, Mr. Miles. The world needs order. That is what we're working towards, and that is what you're helping us to achieve.
You expect me to believe you're building a better tomorrow?
That's exactly what we're doing. The human race calls out for direction. They want to know why they're here, what they're meant to do. Well, we're going to tell them. And once they understand how to live their lives, everything will be better.
Better how?
An end to all conflicts, large and small. Isn't that what you assassins strive for? Peace in all things?
I told you, I'm not an assassin.
Right.
I still don't see where I fit into things.
In time, Mr. Miles. In time, you'll understand. Or you won't. I don't care either way, as long as you show us where it is.
Where what is?
Yes, we are. Stop screwing around and lie down on the Animus. Let's go, Mr. Miles. Time's wasting.
Countering a strong attack will leave your enemy vulnerable.
You've done well, Altair, and I'm confident that this is but the first of many successes.
Tamir spoke as if he knew you well. He implied my work had a larger meaning.
Significance comes not from a single act, but the context within which it is performed. The consequences born of it.
Then is there more I need to know?
Altair, your greatest failure was born of knowing too much. If I choose to withhold information, it is only to ensure you do not make the same mistake a second time.
I see.
No, you don't. And it will remain this way until you've learned your lesson. Still, you have performed competently, and as such I restore a rank and will return a piece of your equipment. Go now, either to Acre or Jerusalem. There are men in both cities who require your attention. The Bureau leaders can tell you more about what needs to be done.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know. Perfect. That, my students, is how we all should fight.
Pay for your sins!
You must be busy. I understand.
Seems to be in a rush.
Countering a strong attack will leave your enemy vulnerable.
You better not cause any trouble. Yourself. Don't do that again.
Ist ein toter Mann, wenn sich erneut zeigt.
Les flammes de l'enfer! Puisse le Seigneur me donner la force dont j'ai besoin! Je l'ai fait! Au revoir! Don't let him get away! Poursuivez-le! Trouvez l'endroit où il se cache! He found the tire! Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Écartez-vous!
You need something?
Un assassin! Je ne peux pas tout travail! Un ami que le Seigneur me donne! Un assassin! Arrêtez-le! Tuez-le! Tu ne m'échapperas pas! Là-bas! Il ne doit pas s'échapper! Leave this place! Du solltest dein Glück nie ein... À la colère, terrible! Je vais t'étriper!
Be more careful, I think.
Remember to reach out for ledges should you fall.
You're a dead man! You're a dead man! I'll cut you down! Death to the heat! You don't want to see me angry? How did you do that? Did that hurt?
Please, I've done nothing wrong. Why are you doing this?
You're a dead man! Heathen! I'll have your tired work! Over here! Come back here! Show it, come back for! Just give up!
Thank you, my boy. I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
Who could have done such a thing?
Oh my! A few coins, all I ask for is but a few coins.
You hear about Elaine?
The archer who guards the eastern wing?
Poor bastard's brother caught an arrow in the throat. Doubt he'll last the night.
How can he continue to work knowing what's to come?
He visits his brother often, so I cover for him when I can.
You aren't there now.
No. I've family business of my own to attend to.
Then he'd best hope the doctor doesn't learn of his desertion.
He won't. Long as you stay silent.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me.
Go on, beggar. You look familiar.
I'm trying to run, old man.
There's nowhere to go.
Help! I need help!
Just what you heard.
Anyone! You'll die for that! Heathen, you'll pay dearly! You're done for! Just give up! How did you do that?
Thank you, my boy. I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
These are dark days indeed.
What happened here?
Please, sir, have any money? I need food. I'm so please, just a little money, I beg of you.
He should stop acting like a child.
Why would anyone want to do that?
Provide aid to the wounded. Pray for those who sacrifice in service to the Lord. We must all do our part. Stay strong, citizens.
Someone tell me why he's doing that.
Though the road is long and your trials many.
He should stop acting like a child.
Just a few coins, please.
If he hurts himself, I'm not helping.
The family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few
What is
coins?
that man thinking?
No, you don't understand. I'm poor.
This place is restricted. Be gone!
Where's the one responsible for this?
What's that fool doing?
Altair! He's after me! He saw me! He will kill me, and my wife and children! What a mess! Have you come to end my misery? No. Al-Mualim has more compassion than I thought. Could you help me then? A knight of the Hospitalier is after me. If you could eliminate him, you would do a fellow a real honor. I've been here in Acre since the Crusaders were laying siege. I can give you important information in return. It is still unsafe for me to walk in the streets of Acre. Come back to me when you have finished. It is still unsafe for me to walk in the streets of Acre. Come back to me when you have finished.
Un Suisse, le Sud m'échappera pas.
the family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins? No, you don't understand. I'm poor, sir. I need the money.
It's done. He's dead. Oh, I am extremely grateful. So, here is what I know about Garnier de Naplouse, Grand Master of the Hospitalier. Garnier let his patients roam the halls of his fortress. No one, save scholars, may enter his personal workspace, and the rooftops are guarded by archers. I'm sure this information will help deliver Garnier to the gates of hell.
Move.
What was the reason? Please, someone do something. Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
Is that... Oh, no. Oh, dear.
There's a murder.
Not nearly so gifted as the good surgeon who leads the Hospitaliers. Garnier de Naplouse is without peer.
He must not be of sound mind.
People of Acre,
Leave,
listen
peasant,
well.
before I make you.
Garnier de Naplouse is a good man.
You've no reason to be
Only
here.
help.
Leave now.
Sworn an oath to serve and save. The promise he won't betray. People of Acre, listen well. Garnier de Naplouse is a good man. He means only to help. He's sworn an oath to serve and save. A promise he won't betray. Soon, my friends, soon the good doctor will attend to your needs. Be patient. Hold hope close. There are many in need of aid, and only one of him. He works tirelessly to serve and save, but these things take time.
peasants can't climb.
Mercy! Mercy! Don't kill me. I'll do anything you want.
You serve Gagne?
He makes me say these things to keep the people from revolting, to give them hope and make them eager for his touch.
Tell me everything you can about the man.
Yes, of course. I know what happens within, what he really does.
Go on.
Not sick, not wounded when they enter, but once he's got his hands on them, then the pain begins.
He's no healer then. Just a sick and cruel man.
I don't know what it is he does to make them cry so loud, but it must be stopped before more are made to suffer. Will you stop him?
It's why you still live.
He is cautious. You must pick the proper time. Go to him when he attends to the patients. He forgets the world around him, becomes lost in his work. Yes, strike then.
I thank you for the information.
Then you'll let me go?
Would that I could.
These are dark days indeed. Does he?
Help! Anyone, please help me!
You dirty thief! I'll have your hands for that!
Let go of me! I've done nothing wrong!
Die, thief!
What are you doing this?
Over here! Die, heathen! You die!
Suppose I should thank you, though don't think I couldn't have handled them myself. Still, you've done right by me. I'll see to it that the favor is returned. What happened here?
What happened here? How peculiar. He's gonna hurt himself.
Ah, you seem to know exactly what you want.
Oh!
Please, someone do something.
You dirty thief! I'll have your hands
Heathen! This is where you die!
Thank you. Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness. I swear it.
Unbel-
No,
presence annoy you?
Please, sir, have any money? If
You something to
sick
say?
and dying, could you spare a few coins? I need food. I'm so hungry. Just
Be
a little
gone.
money, I beg of you.
Don't even
So what you got there?
Rubbish. The man had no coin to speak of, just some damn tube. All I found was a bit of paper with these nonsense scratchings.
Them's not nonsense, but words and letters.
Why's a man putting words and letters in a tube? It's a waste of tube, if you ask me.
Must be important. Give it here, and I'll have a look.
Like you helped last time. I ain't letting you steal this.
Well, ain't you clever? Have fun with it, then.
I'll have your head!
Good Lord, don't make
It's good you came along when you did. Another minute and they'd have made off with me. I'll...
I'll have your head!
Leave this place! You have no business here. Leave. What happened here?
That's all you do!
Help! I need help! Please! Anyone!
Die, heathen!
Is that the last of them? I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured I won't forget it. This is an ill omen.
happened here?
He should stop acting like a child.
A few coins. What a few coins.
Huh?
Leave, peasant, before I make you. You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before you get hurt.
You have no business here. Leave.
No, I don't understand. I'm poor, sir. Ow! But I need money, sir. I'm poor and...
I'll have your hands for that.
Help me! Somebody help me! Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it. What happened here?
Happened to this poor soul.
Be not afraid. Fear and doubt are the
Stop this man before he kills again.
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal. You dirty thief! I'll have your hands for that. You dirty thief! I'll have your hands for that. Thief!
You must not be of sound
This'll
mind.
teach you not to steal. You dare steal in my presence! Double costing your life!
It's good you came along when you did. Another minute and they'd have made off with me. I'll...
Was a murderer loose. These days indeed. Plague upon Saladin! A plague upon his people! We came in peace to the Holy Land to spread the message of our Lord, but they turned away. They refused to accept him as their savior.
You dare steal in my presence! That will cost you your life!
Please, someone do something.
You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before you get hurt.
If it isn't Altair, remember me? No? I learned my craft at the same time as you. Still no memories of me. Doesn't matter. Al-Mualim has charged me with a mission that I am honored to perform. I must test you. What a pleasure. I have hidden flags in this area. Find them and return to me. Be quick. It is such a shame that the old man insisted that I must help you if you succeed.
No, please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins,
What a
please.
strange man.
I need money, sir. I'm poor and sick and hungry.
See? This'll keep you...
Damn fool must be out of his mind. Did you see that? He's gonna hurt himself, and when he does, I will help him. He should stop acting like a child. What's happening to him?
A few coins, all right.
Has he really?
A few coins. His family's
Is
Just there a few
I
coins.
don't understand what he's trying to accomplish.
A few coins, all right.
He must not
But
be a
few
sound
coins. No, please, don't
Back.
leave like this.
I'm impressed. Not enough to change my mind about you, but since Al-Mualim commands, here is what I know about your next target. Garnier hides in the Hospitalier Fortress. Getting into the fortress will require cunning. That's all I have for you.
Money, sir. I'm poor and sick and hungry. I beg of you, sir. I beg of you. Just a few coins, please. Alice, someone
How odd. That will cost you your life!
What a strange man.
Die! Hands like you die! I'll get you!
those men intended to commit. good of you to arrive when you did, stranger. I'll see to it that my husband hears of your bravery.
Who could have done such a thing?
What happened? A plague, Paladin! A plague upon his people! He came in peace to the Holy Land.
Don't you
Do not give
no,
up.
please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please.
Turned away from God. And so he punishes us. Sends all
He hurts himself. I'm not helping.
to gather at our gates. But God is also merciful in service to the Lord. We must all do our part.
It's good you've come, brother. I could use that blade of yours. There's too many archers about. This makes it difficult for me to work. Kill them. All of them. And I might be able to assist you in your campaign against the Mad Doctor. Keep in mind, however, that you must do this without being seen. Should you be discovered, they'll sound the alarm and you'll be forced to try again.
These men hold evil in their hearts. And so blessed Richard, King and Savior, are routed at every turn. We cast them out of Acre and pushed them from the countryside. Now they retreat to the south, begging Saladin to save them. But he will not succeed, for none can withstand the might of King Richard's army. He is graced by God. It is only a matter of time, friends, before all the land is ours once more, just as it was meant to be. Stay strong, citizens. Remain fixed in your beliefs. Though the road is long and your trials many, know that God watches over you. It is his hand that guides our warriors to victory. First in Acre, soon in Jaffa. Be not afraid. Fear and doubt are the weapons of our enemies. Do not listen to their lies. Poisonous words. If you find yourself tempted, go and pray. Ask God for direction. If your heart is pure, he will surely answer. Be not afraid. Fear and doubt. Stay strong, citizens. Remain fixed in your beliefs, though the road is
Well done, Altair. With those archers dead, I can be about my business. Take this. It's some sort of work order for repairs to Garnier's hospital. Perhaps it'll be of use to you.
Saracens are routed at every turn. We cast them out of Acre and pushed them from the countryside.
You must not trespass here.
Stay strong, citizens. Remain fixed in your beliefs, though the road is long and your trials many. Know that God watches over you. at our gates. But God is also merciful, and our past misdeeds may be forgotten. All we do.
Help! Anyone,
Be gone,
please
beggar.
help me! It's good you came along when you did. Another minute and they'd have made off with me. I wonder what's happened. You're burning hell to this.
Such a shame.
Who could have done such a thing? A plague upon Saladin! A plague upon his people! We came in peace to the Holy Land to spread the message of our Lord, but they turned away. They refused to accept him as their savior. These men hold evil in their hearts.
You dirty thief! I'll have your hands for that!
Someone do
Il n'y a rien à
something.
faire
Put you
Je vais libérer ton âme.
You can't get away from me!
Seigneur!
Fortune favors me today. God only knows what foul deeds those men intended to commit. Good of you to arrive when you did, stranger. I'll see to it that my husband hears of your bravery.
There's a murderer.
Who killed this? You die here!
You're done for!
You're I'm afraid. That wasn't right
Ah, Altair. A little bird told me you'd be paying a visit.
Al-Muallim has ordered the execution of Garnier de Naplouse.
The Grand Master of the Knights Hospitalier?
Indeed. And I have already determined when and how to strike.
Share your knowledge with me then.
He lives and works within the Order's hospital, northwest of here. Rumors speak of atrocities committed within its walls. It seems the good doctor enjoys experimenting on innocent citizens. Most of them kidnapped and brought here from Jerusalem.
Clever. By stealing his subjects from another city, he avoids arousing too much suspicion here. But back to the matter at hand. What is your plan?
Gagne keeps mainly to his quarters inside the hospital, though he leaves occasionally to inspect his patients. It's when he makes his rounds that I will strike.
It's clear you've given this some thought. I give you leave to go. Remove this stain from Acre, Altair. Perhaps it will help cleanse your own. Rest here until you're ready to begin your mission.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
not give up. Without our support, Richard and his men cannot hope to free the Holy Land. We must do all we can to aid them in their cause. And
why would anyone want to do that?
Come on, let me show you. A plague upon his people. We came in They turned away. They refused to accept him as their savior. These men hold evil in their hearts. And so blessed Richard, king and savior, now...
He's gonna hurt himself, and when he does...
You're not supposed to be here. Leave.
What in God's name is he doing? Does he really have a reason for doing it?
This will hit someone running at that speed.
I don't understand what he's trying to accomplish.
What the hell do you want?
No, help! Help me! Help me! Please! You must help me!
Enough, my child. I asked you to retrieve the patient, not to kill him. There. Everything will be all right.
No!
Give me your hand.
Don't touch me! Not again!
Cast out this fear, else I cannot help you.
Help me? Like you helped the others? You took their souls! I saw! But not mine! No! You'll not have mine! Ah!
Take hold of yourself. Do you think this gives me pleasure? Do you think I want to hurt you? But you leave me no choice.
Every kind word matched by the back of his hand. All lies and deception. He won't be content until all bow before him.
You should not have done that. Return him to his quarters. I'll be along once I've tended to the
You
others.
can't keep me here. I'll escape again.
No, you won't. Break his legs, both of them. I'm so sorry, child. Have you people nothing better to do?
He's awake.
It's you!
And how does it feel to be whole again?
I don't know how you did it.
It wasn't easy, I assure you. You fought hard at first. Most do. Now it's not a half-hearted
I owe you my life. I'm yours to command. Thank you. Thank you for freeing me.
Thank you for plenty.
isn't there?
Watch yourself.
Oh my.
Yes, the pain. It hurts at first, I won't lie. A small price to pay. Time you look at it. You are a monster. I've been called worse.
What the hell is he doing?
What's that fool doing?
They say you can walk now. Impressive.
Been so long.
Let go your burden.
I'll rest now, yes. The endless dream calls to me. But before I close my eyes, I must know what will become of my children.
You mean the people made to suffer your cruel experiments? They'll be free now to return to their homes.
Homes? What homes? The sewers? The brothels? The prisons that we dragged them from?
You took these people against their will.
Yes. What little will there was for them to have. Are you really so naive? Do you appease a crying child simply because he wails? But I want to play with fire, Father. What would you say? As you wish. But then you'd answer for his burns.
These are not children, but men and women full grown.
In body, perhaps, but not in mind, which is the very damage I sought to repair. I admit, without the piece of Eden, which you stole from us, my progress was slowed. But there are herbs, mixtures, and extracts. My guards are proof of this. They were madmen before I found and freed them from the prisons of their own minds. And with my death, madmen they will be again.
You truly believe you were helping them?
It's not what I believe. It's what I know.
You think you can lose me? Stop the assassin! Taurus did that! Rip away! Hey, all right, Michael Brandon. What are you doing? Hard like a rat,
What news, Altair?
Gagne is dead.
Then you should return to Masyaf with news of your victory.
There is something else.
Speak it then, or would you have me read your mind?
What do you think he wanted from these people? That he would keep them and experiment on them as he did?
Yours is not to ask, but act, Altair. It doesn't matter what he did or why. Only that he's dead.
But Gagne seemed to believe he was helping these people.
Is that what you saw?
No. What I saw was not a place of healing, but of pain.
Then why are we having this conversation?
I don't know. Forget I spoke of it.
I already have.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one. Should you cause a disturbance, it is wise to leave.
Have you news for me, Altair?
Garnier Denaplus is dead.
Excellent. We could not have hoped for a more agreeable outcome.
And yet...
What is it?
The doctor insisted his work was noble. And looking back, those who were supposedly his captives seemed grateful to the man. Not all of them, but enough to make me wonder. How did he manage to turn enemy into friend?
Leaders will always find ways to make others obey them. And that is what makes them leaders. When words fail, they turn to coin. When that won't do, they resort to baser things. Bribes, threats, and other types of trickery. There are plants, Altair. Herbs from distant lands that can cause a man to take leave of his senses. So great are the pleasures it brings, men may even become enslaved by it.
You think these men were drugged then? Poisoned?
Yes, if it truly was as you describe it.
Herbs. This seems a strange method of control.
Our enemies have accused me of the same.
The promise of paradise.
They think it is a garden, overflowing with women and pleasure. But I drug you as Garnier did his men, and tempt you with its rewards.
They do not know the truth of it.
Which is how it must be.
But if they knew the truth of it, that all we seek is peace,
then they would not fear us, and we would have no hold over them. Go. It is time you continued with your work. Another rank is restored to you, as is a piece of your equipment. We'll speak again when the next has fallen.